In this week's court report, a Pahrump woman arrested and charged with repeated trespassing at Mance Elementary School now has 4 open cases in justice court, including 1 traffic case and another case stipulating an application for protective order stalking. Veronica Aceto is facing a slew of formal charges, including disturbance of school, threatening, assaulting pupil or school employee, interference with persons peaceably assembled within school for school district purposes, disturbing the peace, and unlawful trespass upon land, for which charge Aceto has an active cash or bail bond, $500 cash bail. An arresting officer says he dealt with Ms. Aceto before and knew that she was previously trespassed from Mance Elementary School property. The first incident occurred August 14th, and this latest trespassing case occurred October 2nd. Aceto has an arraignment hearing scheduled for 3 of her cases December 5th. The Pahrump man arrested and is now facing the formal charges of battery with use of a deadly weapon resulting in substantial bodily harm, ex-felon in possession of firearms, and discharged weapon missile endangerment of others, has his case bound over to district court and will be a court again this Friday. During Gregory Uribe's pretrial hearing, his public defender, attorney Harry Gensler, briefed the record as to negotiations for this case. The defendant will unconditionally waive his right to preliminary hearing and enter guilty pleas in district court to count 2, ex-felon in possession of a firearm, and count 3, discharging a weapon. The state will reserve the right to argue at sentencing and not seek to charge the defendant as a habitual criminal. Pursuant to negotiations, the defendant will receive 13 days credit of jail time served for the balance of fines and fees due, and one of Uribe's cases will be dismissed. The prosecuting attorney concurred. The court further stated the defendant should not be allowed to receive credit for jail time served in district court for credit he has received in justice court. Attorney Gensler stated it would not be allowed in district court, and the prosecution concurred. The defendant was screened as to his understanding and acceptance of the negotiations and the rights he would be waiving by entering into said negotiations. Uribe stated he understood. The court found that the defendant had knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to preliminary hearing and ordered the defendant bound over to appear in district court November 17th. Then the defendant was remanded back to the custody of the Nye County Detention Center. Diane Davis now has a status check scheduled in district court December 11th in regard to her mental health status. She's the Pahrump woman connected to the killing of 17 dogs after a fire was reportedly intentionally set inside her home. During Davis's last proceeding in district court, a hearing on stipulation, the defendant did not want to enter an insanity plea, but the court did order a criminal reasonability exam after arguments in support of it from the state. Davis remains at liberty. Her new trial date has been reset to March 13th, 2018. This has been your court report. I'm Eunette Gentry for News 46.